The first time I met him, I never imagined how profoundly he would impact my life. It was the beginning of my freshman year at college. The campus was a vast labyrinth of buildings and pathways, filled with students trying to find their way, both academically and socially. I was one of them, nervous, excited, and somewhat lost. The day I first saw him, I was sitting in the college cafe, trying to figure out my schedule while sipping a cup of coffee. It wasn't the typical setting for a meet-cute, but there he was, standing in line for coffee, as casually charming as anyone could be. He had this easy smile, the kind that made you feel like you already knew him, even if you didn't. His eyes, dark and curious, seemed to scan the world with a sense of wonder, as if everything was worth exploring. We didn't speak that day. I was too shy to initiate a conversation, and he seemed lost in his thoughts, just like I was. But the brief glance we shared left a lasting impression, and from that moment, I couldn't stop thinking about him. It felt as if fate had nudged us into the same space, even if we weren't yet ready to meet. Over the next few weeks, I would see him around campus. He was always reading a book in the library, walking alone through the park, or sitting by the fountain, deep in thought. I couldn't help but admire him from afar, but I still didn't have the courage to introduce myself. What if he didn't like me? What if he made a fool of myself? These fears kept me at a distance, though I silently hoped for a chance encounter. That opportunity finally came during a group project in one of my classes. The professor split us into teams, and of course, I ended up with him. His name was Ryan, and when I heard it, a little thrill ran through me. We exchanged polite greetings, and for the first time, we spoke to each other. As the project progressed, I was amazed at how easy it was to talk to him. He was intelligent, insightful, and had this quiet confidence that made me feel comfortable. We worked late into the night on the project, and during those hours, we shared more than just academic ideas. We talked about our hometowns, our dreams, our favorite books and music. It felt like we were in our own little world, and before I knew it, I realized I was falling for him. He wasn't just a pretty face or a charming smile, he was someone I could connect with on a deeper level, someone who made me laugh, think, and see the world in new ways. The first time he held my hand, I was so nervous that my heart nearly leapt out of my chest. It happened after a particularly intense study session. We had walked out of the library together, our shoulders brushing in the cool evening air. Without thinking, he took my hand, and I froze for a moment, unsure of how to react. But then he looked at me, his expression gentle, and I felt a warmth flood through me. I didn't need to say anything. We just walked in silence, hand in hand, as if it was the most natural thing in the world. Our relationship blossomed from there. We spent hours talking about everything and nothing, and I began to look forward to our meetings more than anything else. We'd have late-night talks under the stars, stroll around the campus, and laugh about the absurdities of college life. I had never felt so seen, so understood, and for the first time in my life, I felt truly happy.